Alright you guys, ZFR back here, and in this video I want to talk to you guys really quickly about Cyberpunk 2077's character customization, or rather the little bit of it that we got to see during the latest deep dive demo. Now before we get into this, I just want to say really quickly that I am in the reigns of Hurricane Dorian, so there's probably going to be an absence of videos on the channel for the back half of this week. So just warn you guys, giving you a heads up about that. But without further ado, let's get into this topic. So the Cyberpunk 2077 customization system is probably the part of the game that has me the most excited and the most worried. This is, for me, this is going to be one of the main parts of the game, other than the story and lore, that just is going to make or break it. And pretty much what we saw in the deep dive demo, to me, was, I don't want to say it has me worried, but it was kind of, a little underwhelming, and it does kind of concern me that was it. But I have my suspicion that what we saw in the deep dive demo isn't all the game is going to have, or isn't anything close to what the full game is going to have. So pretty much, if you don't know what I'm talking about, if we go back and we look at the customization system in the deep dive demo, especially the character physical customization, there just weren't a lot of options. It's not really a question of quality, but more of quantity. It just didn't look like a quantity of choices to choose from. The guy, for instance, if you go back and watch the demo, was only one hairstyle into the hairstyle picker, and the slider was already like 25% of the way down on hairstyle 1. So that's like telling me there's only going to be like 4 or 5 hairstyles. And it's just like, what the heck? Now, after all, Cyberpunk 2077 just kind of announced that most of the game is going to be in first person anyway, with the exception of a few cutscenes here and there. But still, if we're going the way they've been hyping up customization for this game, people want the customizations one way or another at this point. So it definitely would, in my opinion, be disappointing to find out that that's all the game had to offer. A couple of hairstyles, a few sliders or pickers worth of skin colors and eye colors and hair colors and all that. Like, what we saw in the demo just doesn't live up to what we've been hearing journalists and other YouTubers or gamers describe about the customization system over the past year or two since the last gameplay demo. So with that being said, moving on to the perk system. The perk system, to me, once again, looked a little underwhelming compared to what you would think, but that's only on the surface. On the surface, this perk system looks extremely simple, maybe a little too simple. There's only a couple of different branches, such as cool or technical or intelligence, and under there they have skill trees for technical, rifles, handguns, blades, all this different stuff, assassination, nerve, different things like that. And some of it sounds cool, but for the most part it looks very simplistic, and it just looks at first kind of bare bones. So let's not forget the Witcher 3's perk system, a very bare bones looking system at first. However, when you remember how you could pick all these different perks, you can go through all the different perk trees and get different kinds of things. I'm thinking it's going to work like that. So if you're missing what I'm saying, what we saw in the Cyberpunk demo, I'm guessing there is a possibility that there's going to be more perks than what we saw on screen, and perhaps those perks were just some of what the player had equipped, or who knows. But one way or another, I just don't think that's going to be all there is to it. I think there's something that they just didn't show us, or things that they're just leaving out. But another important thing to remember about customization in this game is cybernetics. Cybernetics are going to allow you to create very different play styles with your characters as well. For instance, in this demo we did see a female V with like kind of metallic looking hands, or you know, some metallic looking parts built into her hands that were allowing her like super strength and stuff like that. So with that being said, I think it's very important to realize that pretty much cybernetics in this game might end up playing just as big a role, if not bigger, than perks themselves. So with that being said, there's a whole nother branch of the perk tree that we just didn't really see, if you want to look at it like that. So with that being said, yeah, like I said, there's a lot to be excited about here, but we only got a very small glimpse in my opinion. So with that being said, there's still a lot to be unsure about as well. So with that being said, tell me what you guys think. Do you think the system is going to impress or disappoint? I would love to hear your opinions down in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button for more Cyberpunk 2077 on this channel. And overall, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on the next one. ZFR out.